hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Start.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome into another Braylon Edwards show. Come a little closer to me,
good.
legend.
You want to move?
We got the
Yeah,
sidebars
we
going
gotta
here,
get you out
Terry.
there.
It's a different show.
Yeah, we
Okay,
got the
I'm sorry.
All
sidebars
good.
now,
All
so we
good.
squeeze us together. And if you guys at home didn't notice, we got a legend with us. It's not the one with his name on the show.
The Legend's got a question for you.
Please,
Do you do everything around here?
I do a lot.
You're about to do a show. I see you out there sweeping. Then you take some tape to put over KG's mouth so he wouldn't talk during
Well,
the
he
show.
Swiss
broke.
Army knife.
KG broke the refrigerator door, and I didn't know it, but I knew that it was probably him. He's like, I broke that. I was like, I already know.
You can't call somebody?
He's like, I don't know why I didn't call you originally.
Damn.
Little Scotch
KG
tape.
Hercules,
No big deal.
huh? Ripping that handle.
You know what it is we got so many great sponsors like Founders Brewing, like Loom, and those amazing buzzins. So
Buddies.
So the
Friggin'
shelf
loaded.
on the door gets real heavy, Cam. How are you, Cam?
I'm well.
Yeah?
Well, brother. Yeah.
You got some little FIFA update for me and the faithful at home. What's going on?
Sure, dude.
going on,
Just check the scoreboard. Japan is up 1-0 over Brazil at halftime. Shocking.
Excellent. Well,
That's
listen,
unreal.
I'm
guys.
not shocked, man. Japan, man, they got some dudes on there.
Goalie.
On there.
Arguably one of the best goalies. in the
And
country.
they got a brother in goal. I was shocked by that name, Suzuki.
A black Japanese goalie.
I think what they
You got
did, they
a
just
black
got
Suzuki.
They just got the tallest dude in the country. He said, "You gonna play goal for Japan?"
Most black Suzukis are motorcycles.
Well, not this one. This is a stop sign.
Terry Foster's in the house, everyone.
Woo!
The legend
Deep
himself.
balls.
Braylon is still with Joey Blue Skies, Mr. Joey Harrington, former Lions QB out in Oregon. And he will be back tomorrow. We'll have a lot to talk about, including the persecution of Jalen Brown. But there's also persecution of a few other Detroit athletes here in town that we will get to. But while we're talking about Oregon, well, let's go to the opposite side of the country because you were just there recently, Terry.
Yes, I was in Maine. Took a man's trip. I can't say it took a man's trip. A man's trip to Maine with my son.
Okay.
We had a great time. I'd go again.
Now, I heard you went shopping for a specific item, and you got a lot of them.
Yeah, all we did was eat and buy sweatshirts.
What is your favorite sweatshirt that you picked up?
I like one that says Bar Harbor on it,
Okay.
but it's amazing blue. So people are going to say, oh, Terry's wearing a Michigan shirt. No, he's not.
Neil's going to.
And the other ones I like,
field day with that.
whereas they got this cute little bird called the puffin.
Now, tell me more.
The puffin is cute. He's black and white, and his beak is purple and gold and green and got all kinds of colors. And what he does is he swoops into the water. He's down there for like a couple seconds. He comes back with fish.
Excellent.
Right. Oh, and this right here.
Is that fried puffin?
No. I can't eat the puffin, dude.
You can't? Is that illegal?
That is clams.
Ah.
My son wanted lobster rolls,
Okay.
and I wanted clams. And there's a place
But you guys
called.
shared, right?
No, not when it was really good. No, we didn't share. So he couldn't touch my clams when they were really good. But I could touch his lobster because I was mostly paying for it.
You don't let anybody touch your clam, do you?
No, unless you're fine. But you know what the great thing about these clams were? They were so fresh you could taste the salt from the ocean.
Clams, I mean,
Freaking love that.
Yeah, that's sick.
now,
Yes.
the only real clam experience I have is White Castle. Where do these stack?
Oh gosh, come on.
Come
stop
on, White Castle.
it. Please.
Dude, White Castle's clam strips are sleeper good, man.
But that's fake clam though.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not even
You know
real?
even their burgers are fake at White Castle.
Well, that I know.
Those burgers are 65% soybean.
Really?
This was right out of the bay right here.
Favorite meal in Maine?
That was it. I took a picture of it. It was so good.
Excellent. That favorite sweatshirt. Now, that we don't have a photo of, which is a
You
crime.
don't, but I got one with the puffin on it.
Yeah.
Cute little guy.
What's it say?
Just
Just
says
a puffin?
Maine.
And then Maine?
No, it says Bar Harbor because we went to Bar Harbor in Portland, Maine.
Okay.
And Kennebunkport.
No, you started in one M and you went to another M, correct?
Memphis.
Okay, now tell us about that.
My wife is a member of this group called the Carousels, and so they have a national convention every year, and they bring their husbands.
What are carousels? Or like actual carousels?
Yeah. It's a little group. They do nice stuff, and they like each other. And she's a member of a bunch of groups, and this is the only. She must like this group because this is the only group when she talks about them, she doesn't start by "dem bitches." She never says that, so that means she likes them.
All right, now.
And this was disco night. This is my disco.
Okay,
shoes.
yeah, because we got to slow it down here. Can we zoom in on the pink suit, please?
For real, Foss. What size is that? I might have to borrow that sometime.
I don't know what size it was. It just fit me.
You'd look pretty fantastic in that too.
Oh yeah.
Now see, I knew you could pull this off before I even saw this. If you told me you wore a disco pink leisure suit, because it is, I would believe it. I know you'd look that good.
You know what? I thought I was gonna have a miserable night.
You can't have a miserable night in that.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't want to. I didn't want to wear it.
You don't say.
It was stupid looking and it was pink. But I had a great time that night because everybody was asking about my suit. Oh, look at that.
Hell yeah. How did it end up in the suitcase, though?
I just balled it up and put it in. So I'm never going to wear this again.
Okay, so she had nothing to do with it? With it making the trip?
No, she was in charge of the trip. I
Was
bought
she
the
in
disco
charge
suit.
of packing that suit, or did you make that decision?
I did.
Excellent.
And what we had to
fire
do
It is.
it's made of polyester, so we were afraid to iron it. So we went to this cleaners and they steamed it for us
Steamer's the way. It's the move.
in Memphis, and it worked out.
You got any? I feel like you got something like this, sweet potato Cam.
I don't know if it's anything like that. I did have a baby blue one, but it didn't have like any
I
like,
actually did too.
sequins or like.
Did you wear
Now
it?
these guys
as
are
a-
lying.
Well,
Everybody's got a leisure
Now the
suit
baby blue ones, were you guys dressed up as Dumb and Dumber? What was going on?
No,
Prom, actually.
Prom?
Senior
Did you have
year.
ruffles?
No. No,
almost.
unfortunately. It was way too big for me too. Like I will say, like it was way oversized. Should have gotten it tailored better.
My brother in high school had his girlfriend sew him an all-white leather suit and then an all-black leather suit junior and senior year. He got a lot of use out of those things.
Terry, the chat's saying you should wear the suit on Friday.
I knew that was gonna come.
In fact, he will be here on Friday on BDE, joining Neil. Lots of shenanigans.
Yes. Let me see how drunk I get.
Sean will be making meat somewhere, but you got a little history for us on this one, T. Foss.
Right. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this suit, but maybe you'll see it Friday. But I'm gonna bring you guys in a rack of ribs. I'm gonna make them
Ooh.
Thursday night.
Wish I was here for that. I'm not.
Eat
here
your
for
heart
that.
out,
man.
Belizean.
Well, they may not be as good as Sean's, but they're gonna be competitive.
They're gonna be Detroit style. His are Novi style.
Somebody said, Mitten Made 313 in the chat just said, that ain't Terry Foster. That's 7 Mile T.
That's right.
We already know.
You know, here's one thing I should have got. I should have got an Afro wig.
For Friday, there's still time.
Well, maybe I'll do it for
Oh,
Friday.
for the pink. Oh, yes.
with the pink,
Are you going black or blonde?
black.
Black. Solid.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Tell us about this.
This is the hotel room that Martin Luther King stayed in the night he was assassinated. So we went to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, which is about a mile outside of downtown. And so it tells you all about the civil rights movement and everything. And then you go to the room, or by the room, where Martin Luther King was assassinated. Now, I've been before, and they used to let you out on the balcony right where he was assassinated, but now that's closed off now. But you can get a view of the room that he stayed in, and so I took a picture. And
Untouched.
they had it just as it, well, I wouldn't say it was untouched, but they
Slightly
recreated
staged.
it. Yeah, because he was
Gotcha.
drinking coffee and stuff. Now, the Civil Rights Museum, which I've been to like 3 times, the thing is, A, it's really educational, and B, I love going there, but I'm pissed off at the same time.
I can understand that.
Yeah, because you read and hear and see video of all the stuff that they're telling us today didn't happen.
A revisionist history we will always live in, unfortunately. Well, so if you got to revise your state list of all the states you visited, I know you've been everywhere. Have you been to all 50?
I've been to now 38.
38.
Out of 50. Now, there's one that I'm going to go to next year. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you why I want to go to Wyoming.
Wyoming?
Oh,
Here's the reason.
dude.
One of my bucket list items is I want to get a cowboy hat, some cowboy boots.
Hell yes.
And I want to have a steak dinner with a beer and a shot at a cowboy bar
Hell yes.
in Wyoming.
And we are getting the content.
John Dutton, baby.
And we are getting the content for Woodward Sports for sure. So that's one of the 12 left, right? That
Yes.
you haven't been to? Is it top of the list?
It's the one I'm doing next, so
Okay.
it must be.
What about you, B-Lad? You got a shout out, B-Lad.
Yes, sir.
We'll have him for 2 days this week, and then he's going to go and play hooky a little bit for
Florida Georgia line.
Nice. There you go. Tell us, have you been to Georgia?
Oh yeah, many times I've been to
Now
Georgia.
you got to give us a place you never been to.
Yeah, I know, but he asked me.
I wasn't sure if that was his first time or not. So,
no, yeah.
Where have you
Family
been?
lives
Where do you
down
want to
there.
go?
People don't listen on this show.
Where I want to go that I've never been. I've never been furthest out west I've ever been is actually Winona, Minnesota.
Okay.
So the place that I would like to go is Northern California in the mountain ranges there. I feel like that's pretty sweet. I feel like it's an unpopular area of California. I think California's landscape is actually the most beautiful thing ever, at least in pictures. I would kind of stay away from the city a little bit there, especially the Bay Area, but anything north, like around Sacramento, that'd be pretty cool to me.
I can tell you, Sacramento sucks.
Yes, it does.
I've never
does.
been.
It's
Well,
one of the worst cities.
Yeah.
no, let's say
that I've ever
north
been
of
to.
north of Sacramento. I'm saying I would stay away from the cities, but anything north of Sacramento, that area, that'd be my
You should
go-to.
have fun in San Francisco.
Ah,
Yeah, we'll see.
Get yourself some
The Golden
seafood
Gate
there.
Bridge is actually something that I would like to see, though. It's
pretty dope.
Bay Area, yeah.
So majestic.
long
It's
drop.
cool.
Long
Yeah.
drop. What about you, bud?
It is Montana.
Yeah?
I'm trying to witness big sky country. I want to check out, what
Buy yourself a farm?
college, perhaps.
No,
yeah,
he
perhaps.
watches Yellowstone. That's what's going
Yeah,
on.
baby.
That hooked the nation.
John Dutton.
You know it had some influence on you going to Wyoming.
Not a Yellowstone
Well,
fan.
Wyoming and Montana are kind of close to each other.
They're
They
real
border
close,
each other.
no doubt.
Yeah, they border.
No doubt.
No, I think he wants to go to the train station where they throw away all the dead bodies. You want to see if they're really out there. That's
I'm
what's up
not
with you.
that morbid, though. I'm not quite like that.
He's a positive energy guy.
I feel like
Yeah, I'm
Utah
trying
would
to
be
camp
sick
outside.
too with the salt flats.
Utah's
Utah,
very
that'd
pretty.
be
So
sick.
the Salt Lake City, when you fly in, it's north, south, east, and west avenues, all based on the two temples, and it's flat as hell all the way out until you get to the mountains. So Salt Lake is just that; it's shitty. But then when you get out of that area, that downtown, where you can't even go to a bar unless one of your friends is a member there and invites you because of the mafia out there. I'm not going to say the other word, but yeah, it's a weird place. You literally it's got to take an hour for you to get out of that city before Utah becomes cool. But for me, it's Alaska, man. Easy. I want to go to Alaska bad. Spend a month out there.
That'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
But how is it different in Utah where you join the club to go to the bar, which you probably pay $25, than if you go to a place and you pay a $25
Oh no,
charge?
it's an annual fee, and you're the only one that are allowed at the bar, and only those members are allowed to bring guests. So like you have to go through a whole registration process to be even able to be approved to get a membership. Now it's
And
been
they
some
charge
time.
every
Maybe
year?
they changed it. You know what I actually did when I was out there? I went to the very first mainstream rap show that they'd ever had in the city. One Chronic, two.
All right, you're
Thousand
never not going to believe this. When I was covering the NBA, went to all 30 cities. At the time, it was probably 28. What city did I see my first hooker or meet my first hooker in?
Not this one. Not this one.
Not this one. Well, Detroit doesn't count.
Toledo.
No. No.
Tell me.
Portland.
NBA city. No, it was Salt Lake City.
Oh.
How'd she look?
She was, a little weather beaten, but I would still hit that.
Brutal weather out there, guys. And listen, things are brutal in Detroit right now. We've just had
kidding.
bad news after bad news, and Well, I guess it depends on what side of the fence you're on, but there are a little bit of maybe good news today for one of them and definitely some bad news for the other. We're talking Malik Beasley and Terrion Arnold when we get back, but let me tell you about All Day IPA from our friends at Founders Brewing, guys. It is hot as, well, I won't say the B word, but it's hot as hell this week, guys. So cool off with the king of the IPA category. We're talking about All Day IPA from Founders. Refreshing and balanced, citrusy. It's not bitter like most IPAs. And you can find it all around Metro Detroit. So get yourself some All Day IPA from Founders this week. But make sure when you do, you drink it responsibly.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at deadcityfc.com.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
You've been thinking about it, and it's time. It's time to take this step and change your life and the future of your family as well. Listen, Mortgage Pros is the people that are going to do it. You saw us out there a few weeks ago. Their annual block party, unbelievable employee culture. And if you've been kind of wasting away that mark $40,000, $50,000, you want to make six figures? Change your life and call Mortgage Pros today. Head on over to mtgopros.com, 248-416-1361. You heard the indecision while I was reading that? I'm trying to take it away from you. Make the decision, make the call today. They're right in Troy and they're ready to change your life. Do it with Mortgage Pros.
And we back.
All right, guys. Smash that like button. We got over 200 of you in here, almost 250 in the first 15 minutes. We appreciate the support. The legend T. Foss is in the building. Gordon hanging out with us. On the ones and twos, Mr. Cam, Sweet Potato, and then B-Lad making us look good over there, guys. Please share the stream, smash that chat, and I'd love to see a super chat at some point as well.
Me too.
Terrion Arnold. Some news that came in right before the show.
Yeah.
A lot of conjecture around this thing. A lot of people didn't think that he'd be able to get out of jail, but he was granted bond today, Terry. We got a little bit of information here. I'll read it off the board. Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold was granted bond Monday after a hearing with the judge. The decision comes after prosecutors sought to have Arnold remain in jail until a trial. While prosecutors were able to establish probable cause in their argument, the judge ruled there was not enough evidence to justify keeping Arnold in jail at this time. So, the American justice system, you are innocent until proven guilty. Yep. And that's the one thing that I think that Braylon was very cautious last week, Terry, was to not jump to conclusions. I think everybody had written this guy out of the NFL. At this point, things have changed. How are you feeling about Terrion Arnold right now in this news?
All right. I still think he's a dumbass. That's one.
Fair?
I don't think he's completely innocent, but he will get off on these charges.
You think?
Yes. Here's the deal. Here's what people always get emotional. Here's what you don't understand about sports. If you can play, which I think he's proven he is a plus player, you can do anything you want and get off. If you can't play, they find you guilty.
Besides gamble. But yeah, you're exactly right.
Right. I mean, they'll find a way.
So, listen, I mean, this is going to go to court. Or are they going to be able to maybe settle beforehand, reach some sort of a plea? I mean, at this point, you see that he's lawyered up with one of the best lawyers out there. And now the tune and the whole energy around this case just over a weekend and this morning's news that really is kind of flipping everything. My question is so you think that this guy is not only going to not get in trouble, but you think he's going to remain in the NFL?
Well, A, he's in trouble because technically, if you're
But
on trial, you're
not
in trouble.
going. Sure, but
But
not
no,
going.
he's going to get off. And they already have a pretty huge discrepancy now with a group chat. They said he was in a group chat, but it turns out he wasn't. They're going to parlay that into, hey, what else did you make up? So I think he's going to get off because A, he can help the Lions. I know we make fun of him and he gets toast and he's handsy and all that stuff, but he's still a plus player. He will play. He didn't gamble on his team. He didn't gamble, so he good.
Okay, so I'm going to read the what you had just
fact.
mentioned there. As new evidence surfaces in Terrion Arnold's case, some of the earliest reports are being challenged, adding another twist to the already shocking story. As more information has emerged, several details surrounding the case have been clarified. Initial reports claimed Arnold was part of a group chat with the other defendants. However, later reporting indicated Arnold was not a participant in that chat, although his name was mentioned. Investigators also allege Arnold was on a FaceTime call with the co-defendants during the alleged kidnapping and robbery. However, according to information that has surfaced, the alleged FaceTime call did not originate from Arnold's phone. Instead, the evidence reportedly consists of statements from co-defendants claiming Arnold was speaking during the call. Additionally, the phone that pinged in the area at the time of the incident was purportedly registered to one of the individuals Arnold is alleged to have been with. So all that I'm hearing here, Terry, is a whole bunch of kind ofs. A lot of circumstantial stuff that I got to agree with you hearing all of that. Like, I don't know how this holds up.
You know what this is? This is our OJ case.
It is.
They are framing a guilty man, and he will get off.
So the guys in the back right now, Crunch Time and Spenny, all of them, are nearly coming to blows asking each other whether you'd snitch on your boy or not. This is a very different situation. You got a millionaire who you've got some people around him that clearly acted, either on their own behalfs or on his. We'll shake that truth out, maybe. Who knows if we'll actually get the real story out of this. But when there's a lot of money involved and you have somebody like this involved, things can spiral away from the truth real quick because you got, people trying to save their ass. You got possible book deals. I mean, there's so many things that are going to spiral out of this story. This is nowhere near done.
No, not at all. And plus, I was reading some chat information. I said, well, these people that are testifying against him, they're all criminals. Well, what do you expect? If you get in trouble and you want somebody to take back your property for somebody, you're not going to call Anson because Anson's not going to do it. You're going to call your criminal friends. You're going to call your thug friends. So that's why they're all criminals. But and I got a question for you. You got one or two choices. Let's say I stole some of your property out of your house. What are you going to do? A, are you going to call Spinny and all your boys and all the thugs that you know and tell them to come beat my ass and take the property back? Or B, would you call the police?
Is this 15 years ago, Anson, or is this current?
Today.
Today? Well, I got a story for you. I'm not going to say your name, buddy, but shout out one of my DJs that used to work for me. I let him move into my Detroit house for about 3 months. And during that time, he got married and divorced. And then he gave me a call and let me know that she had robbed me. So I went to her Facebook, you know who you are, and she's like wearing one of my necklaces, wearing one of my hats. And like I'm like, man, how am I going to go about this? Am I going to go old school or am I going to go new school? So I went new school, and she was really cool about it. Told me she was going to bring the stuff back, and then disappeared, and I got put on block. So I honestly, like,
So your friend called you though.
he admitted to it. He's like, man, I'm really sorry. My girl,
When he
we got
called you, why did he call you?
because it was my stuff that got stolen.
I thought he called you because you a thug.
No, he was living in my house, Terry. He didn't have anywhere else to go. I let him stay there for 3 months for free. At the time, he was single. Then he got married, let her stay with him, left her there when he went to work, and she went to work herself.
See, you know, I just come from a different world. Here's what I would do. Pick up the phone. Hello? Is this Officer Smith?
Yeah.
This bitch over here stole my property. Can we go over there and get my shit back? I'm not calling my boys up. Say, hey, let's go break this woman's
Okay,
leg.
so this happens in the city limits of Detroit. How's that going to go for you?
What? Hey, police like me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, you probably got a link in there. But you're going to call the lieutenant. I'm just saying, calling 911 for some roommate stolen items in Detroit,
Well,
that's not a call that gets responded
You don't
to.
call 911 for that.
Okay, who you
go
call?
down to the precinct. Say, Officer Smith, this bitch stole my shit.
Is this an actual officer
can
or
we
is
go-
this an example?
It's an example.
Okay, because I was going to write that name down. You got a
Officer
badge number?
Kowalski, Officer
Stadenko?
Wells, whatever. That's
Sergeant?
what you do. You don't call your boys up because, A,
No.
you have no control of them because, A, they're thugs.
Yeah, but does his crew have positive experiences with the police, Terry? Is that their? No, I'm not saying like that they're bad guys. Listen, I mean,
Right, I know what you're
being
saying.
pulled over with my white friends is a completely different experience than when I was pulled over with my black friends. That's a fucking
All right,
fact.
but you got to throw this in. Professional athlete. Terrion Arnold goes to the police. Hey, T, man,
That's
I'm a
true.
big fan of the Lions. Love your play.
go to the-
these
you go to the
assholes
team,
like
right?
these assholes like Anson who say you can't play. Fuck them. What do you need, bro?
Don't you call the team? That's what you do.
Sure. and-
You call the team. You ask them what the best advice is, and
or
then
the
you press
police.
forward.
Right.
They're gonna call the police on your behalf. I
Mm-hmm.
think, have the
would
lawyer
think
call.
so.
That's the move. I mean, that's the move. But so there's a lot of questions around this, and
But you know what? Here's another reason. They have two discrepancies. That's why he's going to get off. And plus, the judge was even, when the prosecutor was talking, even the judge was like, really, bro? He was giving that, huh? Really? Huh?
we
So
got
I don't think the judge believes a lot of the stuff that's going in front of him.
we got a little reaction video from Terrion
We do.
himself. I'm curious to see
Okay.
his energy in this. He's got to be happy. Yeah, he looks happy.
Thanks, bro.
He's going home. He's happy to be going home.
Look at that smile on his face, man. That's his lawyer right there.
He's going free.
He said, man, we just got the male version of Marsha Clark. I'm good.
All right, guys. When
See
we
you at the bar on Friday for happy hour.
I got 3 questions for you, Terry, and I got 3 questions for you, chat. He already gave you one answer. Will he ever play again? You said yes. So I want to ask you guys that when we come
I
back.
didn't say yes. I said absolutely.
Oh, he said absolutely. So we'll
Which
come
means
back
yes.
to
I'll
that
start a poll
answer
as well.
Will he play for the Lions? Don't answer that yet, Terry. We want to tease him a little bit. And then the really important question, do you want him to play for the Detroit Lions? Is he already guilty in your brain, or do you want Terrion back on the field? Smash that like button, share the stream, get those super chats in. And Terry, can you show us those guns?
I don't have guns, but
Tell them about it.
Let us know where you get those guns
That's
from.
right.
you get them for Planet Fitness. But I go to Planet Fitness for different reasons than to get guns. I go there for my health. When you lift weights, that's good for us older guys. When you do cardio, it's good for us older guys. I don't go to impress the ladies or to impress you guys. I go there because it helps with my numbers. It helps with my A1C, helps with our heart numbers, all kinds of stuff. So that's why I go there. And but for you guys, I know you got to get your guns and you got to impress the ladies. I already got my lady. Nobody else wants me. So, but the great thing about Planet Fitness, open 24/7. The people there are very friendly. Not just the people who work at Planet Fitness, but the patrons too. Because we got a crew where we just work out together and encourage each other, and it's a great family atmosphere. Now I don't know how much it is a month because I don't pay the bills in the house. I think it's
Very affordable. I believe 25 or less.
yes, $25 or less. So you get one of the great things they have is they have interval training, and if you want a trainer, you can get one. If you don't, you just do it on your own. And everything is purple, which I'm cool with. So, but Planet Fitness, good for all ages. For you guys trying to get guns, and for people like me, just trying to maintain your health. Planet Fitness.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
It's time for me to re-up. What about you? I am headed to go see my guy MJ over at Loom, 12 Mile and Woodward, their Berkeley location. They've got 40 locations in the state, but I'm down to about this much flour, and I got to re-up, and I love their flour. They got more than that. They got their buzzing drinks. Honestly, it's really like the boutique dispensary of Detroit. It's absolutely beautiful inside, super clean, and the staff is massively helpful. They also have a pretty big giveaway going on right now. Win a luxury trip to Northern Michigan. You can find out more online at loom.com or in person. Scan that QR code above my head or enter that WSN30 either in person or on their website, and you're going to save yourself 30% off. They got free gifts for you your first 3 trips. Check them out at loom.com. Welcome back, guys. 300 of you strong in the chat right now. A lot of people talking about Terrion Arnold, and we're going to stay there. I'm Anson. This is the legend Terry Foster. He's in for Braylon Edwards today. Shout out Sweet Potato Cam and B-Lad. Listen, just reading through some of these things here. We got a super chat coming in. Michael Wary, $5. Fans, please remember, Terrion Arnold is innocent until proven guilty. So please let this play out before we pass judgment. Stephen Baffy, like if you're a friend of TA and he says that he wants to confront and have a conversation with some people about a thing and you decide to go medieval, that is on you, not Terrion Arnold. And when your story changes once you FaceTime, that is just BS. This should not even be going to court. So there's a lot of different opinions. I think as a Lions fan, you want him to not be guilty. You want him to not be part of this. And it is very important as Americans that we don't sentence this guy in our minds or our hearts. We let this whole legal process play out. But I want to come back to you, Terry, because you were adamant in saying not just that he will play again, but that he will absolutely play again. And you base that on the fact that he's skilled. Like, he's a real player, a first-round draft pick, and somebody that has a future in the league, assuming that he's allowed to play.
He's a skilled player that's getting better. Now, if he's a skilled player who's getting worse, he may not play in the league. But I think this is a guy he's going to be a plus player. And I think teams evaluating him will see that, and he will play in this league. Man, they got murderers playing in this league.
Yep.
Shout out Ray Lewis.
Nobody got killed,
say
right?
that. Allegedly.
No,
and
it's not allegedly.
Proven innocent in court.
There are murderers in this league. There are rapists in this league.
No doubt.
Domestic abuse.
And Terrion Arnold will play again.
Wow. Where are you guys on that? B-Lad?
Yeah, I can actually I agree with Terry here on that, to be honest with you, because if you're not gambling in the NFL, you will play. Like, I guarantee you, if Henry Ruggs got his parole, he would be making his way back into the NFL, especially after everything that happened to him. And they said that he's still in shape to play in the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised if an NFL team, even the Raiders, take him back and try and work him throughout, his system, regardless with all the stuff that he has going on around him. So, it's the same thing for Josh Jacobs. I know he's doing the same sort of investigation process with him and his fiance or whatever his deal was. But he'll be playing too. So it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if TA goes through all this stuff. And like I said, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions or anything like that. But let's say he gets off, and he will be most likely a Detroit Lion, in my opinion.
Steve Wildes, this isn't worse than the women beaters like Puka playing. And Blimpie doubles down on that. If Puka's playing, he should be too. Gordon.
Let me tell you why that's happening. And I'm going to be blunt. We don't care, as sports fans, we don't care about women. We always say we do. Oh, I love women. I want to protect women. That's bullshit. We don't. When a woman gets raped, what's the first thing? Well, what was she wearing? What did she do?
Right.
What did she do to
There's
deserve
no accountability.
this? Because we don't want to believe it.
Right. There's no accountability
Yeah.
as well.
Now, why is gambling so serious? Because you're fucking with my money.
Yeah.
Right. You're messing with
Right.
people with big stakes behind them, big names. So it's definitely not right though. I mean, we just saw the whole NFL, CFL, CFB completely shut out Sorsby. Like, he's gone. Like, the people are like, oh, they're literally they're changing their stuff, their whole scheduled stuff for him because he was gambling. He didn't go out there and kill anybody. He didn't go beat his girlfriend up or anything like that. But you see the way that it's treated differently right in front of your eyes.
All right.
It's like WWE. The way it used to be. They always made us think that wrestling was real. The one thing that sports cannot allow us to think that what we're seeing on the field is not real. So if you are gambling on your team, if you're doing prop bets on your performance, your team's performance, you know that you're circumventing things on the field, but they don't want that curtain pulled back so we see that. They never want us to believe that.
That's true.
Right. The 48-0 win was a 48-0 win. That's just one team played bad, another one played good.
So, well, with this thing too, I don't think that you don't have the female spouse saying that this happened to me. You don't have the DUI that you catch somebody on the street. You have a bunch of people and they're hearsay. So last week I thought he was done. I thought he'd never be playing in the NFL again. This, some of the information that we've heard, just the fact that you have a whole bunch of different people saying one thing and you don't actually have the digital footprint changes this case immensely, to the point where maybe Terrion doesn't even get any kind of suspension in the NFL. So my question for you, Gordon, is let's assume that happens. Let's assume that this thing blows up in court and he gets recused and he's free, and he's innocent. They couldn't charge him. They end up throwing it out of court, whatever it is. Now the Lions have a very serious decision, okay? And this is culture. The culture is something we have to protect. It's the most important thing that Dan and Brad brought here. It's more important than Panay or Hutch or anybody else on this team. Do you jeopardize that with a Terrion Arnold and bring him back in the fold right away? I mean, would you take him in September?
1,000% I would. And I believe he has been officially cleared to participate in the Lions training camp.
By the Lions or by the league?
By the league. This is from Adam Schefter. I'm looking at this.
And how old is that?
This is no more than an hour old. So
Okay.
this is,
That's
the
pretty
Tampa
fresh.
court denied the government's request to hold Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold without bond. Pending trial, the court set $1 million bond and refused to impose an ankle bracelet as condition of the bond, clearing his way to participate in training camp.
Wow.
So, and I'm going to be honest with you, I got to push back on the whole culture thing a little bit. You know what culture really is? Culture is winning. And the Lions are going to have a much harder time winning when you do not have Terrion Arnold on this team. I think going forward, I have a lot of optimism with, statements from Shep, defensive coordinator, and Dan Campbell talking about changing the scheme up a little bit, talking about running more man, which makes sense for this Detroit Lions defensive, secondary scheme. And Terrion Arnold is a crucial piece of that, being, more of a inside cornerback playing that hybrid linebacker role. We need Terrion Arnold this year to help us win. And, simply put, if his lawyer can find a loophole in the legal situation, which is obviously his job. That's what he does, and can get Terrion Arnold freed, then I don't see why not.
You agree?
I absolutely agree with that. And I'll tell you, I'll go a step further. You need a certain percentage of assholes in that dressing room, particularly on defense. They push others to be better sometimes. They make things a little prickly around there, and you need that in the National Football League.
So this strikes a little more fear into Jay Jetta?
Sure. Sure. I mean, it does. Because you don't know what he's going to do. You might be on his hit list one day.
That's right. He's got a crew at the very least. And somebody in the chat here said that really the only thing that he is guilty of is, and that's Stephen Baffey, of having bad friends and being naive. One would hope that's the only thing that he is guilty of. Now, is there anybody in here that has an issue with him playing? Is this something that, even though he might be innocent at the end of it, that bothers you and you don't want him playing? Because, listen, there's a whole lot of times where you can sit on the high ground when you're looking at other teams. I mean, we talked about Ray Lewis. I've seen a bunch of people in the thing here, he still got to play, nothing ever happened to him. There's a lot of people that if they're not on your team, you want them to throw the book at them. Oh, I can't believe you'd still let him play for your franchise. Anybody in here have an issue if this thing just gets thrown out, but there's still a lot of smoke? Does it bother you if he's still in Honolulu Blue?
I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much to the point. I understand it could bring some distractions, and obviously maybe some of his teammates would take it the wrong way or, something along the lines of that. But I'm a firm believer on second chances as well, and if all goes for, his way and stuff like that, I mean, I think, he's still young. He's only 23 years old, so there is a lot of room for growth, not only on the field but off the field as well. Maybe pushing a lot of those bad people out of your life and learning from these type of life lessons, because obviously this is extremely critical stuff here. But yeah, I don't really necessarily have an issue with him playing on the team. At the end of the day, we've seen a lot of worse things, like murderers getting away with stuff like this. So.
You know, if somebody today at Woodward Sports says, "I don't want Terrion Arnold on the Lions,"
I don't blame him at all.
You know what they are? They're Spanky Boys.
Can you kind of break down a Spanky Boy?
A Spanky Boy is kind of a wuss, someone who's just outraged by everything. And
the chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
Wears Spankies under his shorts?
Huh?
Wears Spankies under his skirts?
Yeah, he's probably got Spanks on right now.
Man.
and you know, he's probably wearing a little lip gloss.
And to push back on what B-Lad was saying here a little bit, I don't think any of the teammates would be necessarily opposed to having Terrion Arnold on the field. I think they generally have a good rapport with him. And also, you saw Kirby Joseph, I believe, on his Instagram story saying free six.
Yeah, free six,
so,
for sure.
I definitely don't think it's going to be a problem in the locker room.
And
unless
that's that culture, though, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because your culture can withstand moments like this when
1,000%.
you come together.
Yeah.
So a couple funny things in here. Chili Damon 7113. Every team needs assholes, but they can't be mid. That's the truth. I want them to keep Terrion. Crazy Clown says, let Terrion prove that he is that number one pick, and hey, maybe he can come back from all of this. We'll be back here in a minute. We'll be talking about another guy in town. His news isn't so good today. We're talking about Malik Beasley, but Terry, tell him about Black Rock.
Oh, Black
Tell
Rock.
him about the
All right,
sizzle.
I'm going to let you on a secret about me. I haven't told anybody here. I'm a brunch man. I love brunch.
I can see that.
I'm always looking for places with new spots with brunch. Found one, Black Rock. Black Rock is getting into the brunch game, and guess what? Y'all gonna be seeing me in the real soon. They're introducing new Black Rock brunches. They're serving up a fresh menu with all kinds of different ingredients. You know you're gonna go in there and get steak and eggs. You got to. The only thing I don't know, are you gonna put the eggs on that hot rock?
You
or they're gonna
can.
do it for you. You could do that. But I remember I took Honey Bun, that's my wife, that we call Dr. Fauci. I said, we're going to Black Rock. She says, I'm not cooking my own damn steak. I'm like, okay.
Did you cook it for her?
Huh?
Did you cook it for her?
No. By the end of the evening, she not only cooked her steak, she was cooking my damn steak. So she had such a good time. It's a fun thing to do. But here's the other little dirty secret. I'm going to let you in on secrets today. If you go to Black Rock and don't feel like cooking your steak, guess what? They'll do it for you. Medium rare, medium well, whatever you want, they will do it for you. Check out their Heartland location, which I've been to, from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. for brunch. Or catch the vibe on Friday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to noon, Heartland, and I believe in Novi. Ditch the boring breakfast, get something new and tasty in the morning. Black Rock Brunch, you'll see me there, only in Heartland and weekends in Novi. It's going to be good, I'm telling you.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
I'm a man who's bought houses, sold houses, and lived in houses. And every time I make a transaction with a house, I'm looking like this, like I have no idea what's going on. But if you're buying or refinancing, the team at Estates Title Agency makes the closing process simple, which is the key word, and convenient. Because I'm almost 70. I have no idea what's happening when I'm selling or buying a house. But these people are going to make it simple for you. Proudly serving Michigan since 2003, the staff at Estates Title has over 20 years of experience, which means they know what's going on. Combine that with NABIB's expertise, and they can guide any title or escrow transition into a smooth landing. They know you're busy. They know you're confused also, which is why they offer evening and weekend closings by appointment. And they will even come complete the transaction at a location of your choice. For all of your title needs, call Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds is going to hook you up.
Guys, welcome back. Got about 15 minutes here still in the first hour in the Braylon Edwards Show. We got Terry Foster in. Do want to take a moment. Lost a member of the Detroit sports community, Kenny Cott. Want to wish his family the best. Godspeed. Middle-aged sneaker chick in with a super chat here, $10. Change the energy up a little bit. First, I don't believe Terrion is guilty. Second, for the nature of the allegation, if he is guilty, I don't give a fuck if he plays. These clowns got their ass beat for stealing. Stop stealing. 100, free 6. Shout out Sneaker
To be
Chick.
fair, they did not beat up the right individuals. They were not, the people that they beat up were not the ones that
So
stole.
what is he better at? Coming up with capers or man-on-man coverage?
It's a great question.
And let me give you a little lesson for you young boys around here.
Drop the
Here we go.
knowledge, T. Foss.
Somebody does something to you, don't call up your boys and say, let's go jack somebody up. Call your local police agency and say, hey, what can we do? I think this happened, and then they'll investigate and they'll get your stuff back. That's what they're paid to do.
According to what I have seen online, Terrion Arnold actually did contact the police twice. He contacted the police the first time, told them that he had $100,000 in cash and $150,000 worth of jewelry in a backpack that was stolen from his Airbnb because he planned on going to the Hard Rock Casino that weekend with a couple of his other boys. He called them back a week later after nothing was done and said to the cops, "I'm going to take matters into my own hands if you guys do not help me." And the cop it was a very lackadaisical, kind of weird laugh back and forth joke about it. "Oh, you're going to Hard Rock?" Like,
I told you.
Yeah, you're going to Hard Rock. What do you got $100,000 in cash there? What are you doing, gambling? And then Terrion's like, "Yeah, actually I was," and it's gone. And now that he called them twice around the time of the incident. And like I said, they were very lackadaisical, kind of very jokey, laughy in between. And he let them know that he was going to take matters into his own hands if nothing was done. And that's what happened afterwards. And even the cop said before that, he was like, it's not necessary. Don't do that because you're going to get yourself in more trouble. We'll get the investigation going, yada, yada, yada. So I don't know what happened in between that whole timeline there, but obviously Terrion took matters into his own hands, and now he's in the situation
probably
he's
not
now.
something you tell the police, Terry.
Shame on the police.
Well, shame on the police for sure. But I mean, you kind of set yourself up to get investigated if you tell them that and then they don't do anything. But more to my point, like, listen, I mean, I live in Detroit as well, and I know how it goes. I'm on the other side of it. And the fact of the matter is where I grew up, you feel comfortable going to the police. Where these guys grew up, they don't. But yet he still made the right decision. And ultimately, whether he did this or not, like, this is how it is in the United States. And if you, man, I don't know what else are you going to do? This isn't about like me getting a necklace and some shirts stolen from my house. You're talking about $125,000. And you're talking about it being a national case where people find out about it. This thing's absolutely spun out of control for him. I mean, does this, because there's a lot of people in the chat here talking about it impacting his ability to earn, and they have to allow him to play until he's guilty. Even if he's not guilty in the end of this, how much does this impact his ability to earn? I mean, this is going to trail him for the rest of his career, right?
It will trail him the rest of his career. He will not earn as much money the rest of his career as he normally would without this. Let's say a team was willing to pay him $10 million. Maybe they'll pay him $8 million a year or something like that. So he's going to be affected, not like us, who we have to pay for tariffs and stakes, and we got to pay for a lot of stuff. But it's going to impact him financially. But he's still going to be able to earn a living, more than 99% of us.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Right. And the other thing about the police aspect, did they not do anything, or did they not do it on his timeline? Were they investigating?
Probably a little bit of both being true.
Were they investigating and didn't?
Well, so the only thing that I saw was the 2 phone calls from the police office that he had called. And like I said, the sheriff that he was talking to was very like, we'll get it underway. Like, he was telling them that they'll investigate it. But I don't think Terrion Arnold understood the timeline in between what they were like. There was some sort of miscommunication there, obviously, but it was very weird to me that the cops wouldn't, or the police force wouldn't, kind of speed up their process, especially when the person who was calling you is telling you that he's going to take matters into his own hands. Now, do I think what he did was right? No, but he did give the chance to do the right thing, and that's just from my understanding. The videos that I saw on Twitter of the actual phone call conversations, the one from each week. So, like I said, it probably is a little bit of both, though.
I still feel like TA fucked up here.
I mean, he definitely did.
Yeah, you got to go one way or the other. You got to either like involve the police, and then you like got to continue to go down that route no matter what.
He just paid $1 million in bond. Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah, or you don't tell anybody anything, because I feel like if he had never made those calls to the police, it would have been very less likely that was already on the radar, and there's a good chance that you could have gotten away with this in a lot less public spectacle.
And I do, and that another true part about that is Airbnbs are like insured, like
up to $150K.
Any stolen items, that you will get, you'll
that
get
stuff
your get back.
May not be the easiest to prove.
Right. That is true.
All right, we got the poll in the chat. 116 of you replied, yet only 90 of you liked the stream. Please smash that like button for us. The question was, will TA play for the Lions this season? Overwhelmingly, you said yes. 68% of you are saying that. Does Anson admit he's a narc? In fact, I was one of the very few that said I would not tell. If you know my former life, you might know better than to say that.
Yeah, Anson is not a narc.
What's that? What'd you say?
No, I just said you didn't give all the information. So therefore, you're not a narc.
No, I didn't get my card being a narc. That's for sure. Anybody else? Anything on this? Well, I think we can shut it down and head into our second hour here. We got some
real quick
basketball to talk.
I read this billboard, and it's hilarious. It says, "Just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty."
Ooh. Now that's a lawyer I'm going to call.
That's a lawyer
I'm that was a call. Lawyer. He's going to get you off.
Hey man, listen.
Pause.
Let's talk about. Speaking of pauses, tell them about something you can put in your mouth, Gordon.
Pause. This is not your daddy's dip. Pause. Shout out to Thrive. I am staying clean with the winter green.
We're thrived up out here.
We are so thriving. Listen, guys, most people think that energy comes in one of those little 16-ounce cans full of that neon-colored liquid. But listen, guys, you know better. It's time to upgrade your energy game with Thrive Energy Pouches. It's a tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse packing 300 milligrams of clean, smart caffeine, including alpha GPC and L-theanine. No jitters, no sugar crash, and absolutely zero bloating. Thrive can be found online today at dipstop.com. Remember to use promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order. And exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive, clean energy, zero distractions. They just effing work.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Water hazard. Founders First. Very canned vodka cocktail. It's a vodka cocktail base, 5% ABV, that's citrusy, refreshing, and gluten-free for those who are mindful of that. Best served over ice with a slice of lemon, preferably. Get Founders Water Hazard $5 cans at Art and Jake's. All Art and Jake's locations throughout Michigan on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You heard that right. $5 cans. All Art and Jake locations throughout Michigan. Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Check it out. Please drink responsibly.
And we back.
Yes, we are, guys. Welcome back to the second hour of the Braylon Edwards Show. Terry Foster in the chair for Braylon. We will get him back tomorrow.
Terry.
My name is Anson Wells. Shout out Sweet Potato Cam, our guy Gordon, and then, of course, Mr. B. Ladd. We're going to flip from the pigskin to the basketball. orange
The Piston.
one? The orange
Hardcore.
one, whatever that one is. From bad news to other bad news, but this one, I'm not going to lie, Terry. I was feeling pretty good about this this Malik Beasley news. Not because I wanted him to do it, but because I could listen to my eyes over my heart. And all of these people that wanted to re-sign this guy as a top 10 free agent last year, you were smoking crack, okay? Because he's not that good. It's Jamal Williams 2.0. And then you get all this news, and it's like, look at the clips. It's clear my man mailed it in on multiple different franchises.
Oh, yeah, he did.
All right? When we've got some, I don't want to say it's necessarily evidence, but boy, the FBI sure seems so, because today, Terry, they dropped 5 charges. Is that correct, B-Lad?
Yes, it is. Let's see. We have the tweet here from Shams on the street. 9-year NBA veteran Malik Beasley has been indicted on federal charges for gambling related to a sports betting scheme such as point shaving and prop bets. His attorney, Steve Haney, tells ESPN the government is coordinating a voluntary surrender of Beasley this week, and then this was also dropped. Malik Beasley agreed to throw 4 games during the 2023 and 2024 season with the Milwaukee Bucks to pay off gambling debt with teammate Ed Davis. This is actually this is real. Like I got the confirmation below this tweet. Ed Davis texted Beasley, "Only way you can beat Vegas is sports betting. Everything else, they got the edge." His agent was in on it too, and they bet tens of thousands of dollars.
You want him back, Pistons fan? How bad you want him back?
All right.
So he didn't drop that pass on purpose in New York? Because that one pissed you off.
Look, here's what I'm supposed to say. Fellas, you're innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Yes,
but here's
sir.
what I'm going to say. This motherfucker's guilty.
Yes, sir.
My only evidence is Malik Beasley in the playoffs against the New York Knicks.
Thank you.
Now, during the regular season, he shoots 41 or 43% from 3.
Beasley's going to get
in
it
the Knicks series, he shot 35.8%. So you say, well, that's not that bad. Oh, yes, it is. If you look a little deeper, in games 1 through 6, he was 12 of 25, which is like 48%. Games 2 through 5, he was 8 of 34. And this dude was, the Knicks weren't playing good perimeter defense. This dude was over there licking his fingers, pulling his hair back. He had so much time to shoot, and he would brick these shots.
Yep.
That's the evidence to me. I think this dude is guilty. He did it. Not just with Milwaukee, but he did it with the Pistons too.
Here we have Anson. We have Malik Beasley. As you can see, they're down by 8 points. The spread was, I believe, 8.5 on this. Oh.
No. Listen, guys. There's a lot of people in here. You guys have seen that clip before. Here is the result of it. He doesn't look upset. He looks like he's smiling.
No, in the clips, too, you could tell he has like a eager look to his face. He's like constantly looking around. Like that is just like, I don't know. I've never really seen anything like this before, Anson.
But this
this
sounds
proves a lot of
like,
things.
I'm going to say sounds like a guy that's just pissing his money away. He's made almost $50 million in his career, and it seems like he was in financial trouble.
Oh, he's in financial
He
trouble.
couldn't pay for his apartment.
That's right.
An apartment that I could afford. So he was in trouble, so he had to gamble. He had to pull himself out. When you get deeper and deeper in trouble, you start gambling and doing silly things, and then what happens is the house always gets you, and you go deeper and deeper down the chute, and what happens is you basically piss away a series against the New York Knicks. I know everybody says, wow, because of that call late, that's why the Pistons lost. No, they lost because Malik Beasley couldn't hit open three-pointers.
I hope Duren's not a gambler.
But that makes you think, though. Doesn't that make you think a little bit? Like,
that would explain a lot.
Your
big
favorite
guy.
player's over here gambling. Like, doesn't that make you think that it's not just him?
Oh, it's not just him. My favorite player in the last 25 years, we haven't heard from, and he's not coaching the Trailblazers anymore.
Oh,
We still don't know what's going on there. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys.
It really is.
Because these are just the guys that have been caught so far. And you think about the spending habits of a lot of players where they just can't handle this amount of money and they get upside down so quickly. Well, how the hell do you get out? I know. I got an app on my phone that I can actually impact. I mean, let's talk about, though, Giannis Antetokounmpo, partial owner in Kalshi, right? You know, one of the biggest bets in the last year on Kalshi was most bets.
What's that?
Where Giannis would end up. And guess where all those degen peasants placed money that he would end up? With the peasants in New York. And guess who just didn't have to go anywhere and bet the hell out of it? Bet the house, the farm on it. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he knew he was staying. So that's what he did. And there's so many opportunities now with the restructuring of sports into entertainment businesses and the partnerships with all of these gambling sites. It's really difficult to trust anymore, Terry.
No, that's true. And even if Giannis didn't make a bet, he could pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Uncle Mo,
where you want me to go?
You know that Kashi bet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bet
Put this
on
down.
me staying.
That's right.
Or whatever.
That's right.
So,
How much?
But you know what? Here, this has to be an out of control thing because we now know of 3 ex-Pistons who made bets. They are Chauncey Billups, Malik Beasley, and William Bedford.
Okay, now
we know for a fact that 3 ex-Pistons.
All right, now Bedford had a whole bevy of problems.
And he point shaved in college.
Now, Chauncey, we don't know that he was involved with game gambling, shaving points, prop bets, any of that. He was present at illegal poker games as a celebrity guest. His level of involvement, personally, I brought in celebrity guests to my shows. I never gave them backroom access and a cut. All right? So when I'm sorry. See, Bill, I'm not allowing that kind of slander. There's a lot of allegedly.
Stop. You're in that world. You should know better than anybody.
That's a great point.
Let me shut up and tell me, how does it work, bro?
Okay, so when you're talking about illegal games, you're talking about inviting a celebrity to draw in other gamblers. Hey, guess who's going to be playing tonight? Right? But after the fact, those celebrity guests don't go into the back room with the guys counting money. All right? They get their pay to arrive. They get to play with house money maybe, and that's it. All right? So, yes, Chauncey is considered in a gambling thing. I think that his involvement in point shaving is non-existent. It's a man that didn't drink, that didn't do drugs, that didn't philander. And honestly, to me, I just feel like he liked gambling and was invited to these. We still don't know. We haven't heard anything from him since he was removed from the bench. Now, Bedford liked his white as well as his green. And then, obviously, the Malik Beasley thing comes down to you guys in the chat because I'm reading people now that they cannot stand the fact that this guy might have taken away our series last year. Because in my heart of hearts, whether it's the refs or what I saw from Beasley, we were the better team, and we were better in that series. And somehow we lose in 6 games.
Because Malik Beasley shot 23.5% from 3 in games 2 through 5.
And people wanted him back, Terry.
Well, they're dumbasses. Yeah. Well, they saw what he did in the regular season.
They did.
And they
most threes ever in a Piston uniform.
That's why they want Duren back, too.
That's true. Until it mattered.
That's right.
And then you don't know going down. What if he's I'm in financial trouble?
Right.
I think I'll miss a couple more down the road.
Duncan Stewart, legalized gambling, wait long enough. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. Contraband Cartier, Anson was a bookie for the Russian mob. I did live in Russia, but I was not involved with the mob over there.
How long did you live in Russia, Anson?
I lived in Russia for 3 months, and I
Really?
sold precious metals for Snik Gondovik.
Wow.
Did you have one of the little Russian hats?
I had brought a bunch of stuff back. You know what's so messed up is I bought everybody stuff, and I came back with like nothing for myself. I have a book of Russian stamps. I'm pretty sure I bought off an addict because I didn't want it, and I gave him like 5 cents on the dollar, and my man still stood around. And he's like, oh yeah. But no, my buddies, the Beaumonts, they got some really dope, like actual old school, legitimate communist Russian army hats. But no, I mean, listen, when you talk about where we're headed with sports, it's one thing to start watching these players around like he did this, he did that, and usually it doesn't touch you. This isn't just one of our guys. This isn't William Bedford, a guy who just is lucky enough to be on a championship T-shirt in the back. This is legitimately looking at now, we might have beaten the Knicks. And if we beat the Knicks last year, I think that the league is looking more favorably on us in a Cleveland series to maybe they want that rematch of us and the Knicks. I know I'm getting down my rabbit hole. You're probably going to start that X-Files thing soon, but what does this do to the faith of the fans of all sports at this point?
It depends on how much of this leaks out. Now, if it's just Malik Beasley and Chauncey Billups doing his little thing and William Bedford, maybe a few others, it doesn't do much, but it can't be widespread. It can't be.
There's a kid from the Hornets that just went down. He was part of that whole thing with Chauncey as well. It used to be a Celtics. I mean, there was, 3 guys in the Chauncey case. We've got this now. You got the Sorsby stuff coming out. I mean, to me, this is just the guys that got caught. They say, like, a woman's been running your cash register for 20 years, and you find out she stole $5. Do you fire her or no? Yeah, you fire her because she's been stealing a lot more than just that $5. This is just the time you caught it. And look at Shohei. You think Shohei's innocent? No, he's just the face of a sport, so they covered his ass.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Chauncey's just a coach over at the Rose Garden, man. They don't care about him. They want to get those big guys that are in the back room. But now when you're talking about actually shaving points, man, like, how does this keep old school people invested in new school sports? And how does it prevent anybody who's young from not gambling? Because if the players are going to, why the hell wouldn't I if I'm 18, 22 years old and I'm a fan of sports?
Well, like I said, you can't let this get too widespread. If it's 3 or 4 players, then the public still thinks that their games are legit. But if it's like it turns into 40 or 50 players or 100 players, then you're going to lose faith in the games that you're watching. When you go down to Little Caesars, I forget the name of the arena. If you go down to Little Caesars and you're going to watch the Pistons play Portland, and you don't believe what you're watching, you think something shaky's going on, guess what? You're not going back. And you're not going to watch it on TV. And you're not going to buy your little Pistons jersey or your little Pistons hat or whatever. You're going to divest yourself from the league. You could divest yourself from all the sports if you think what's out there is fake. Now, if there's one sport that I think it could be fake, I'm not saying it is, but it could be football. The NFL, not football, but the NFL.
Right.
Because I used to know some guys who gambled when I was a kid, and one thing they always said, because they had access to the Lions practices, and they always said this, and it was jokingly, but I would say, you guys going to Lions practice? They said, no, we're going to the Lions rehearsal. In other words, we don't know what's going on.
The script.
That's right.
Yeah, the script.
Yep.
So you can't allow this to become WWE.
I want to ask you some questions before we go to the break here. Just tell me one William Bedford story. When I was a kid, I got to ball boy a couple games, including the '87 game against the.
I'll tell you a story about him where I was involved in it.
Please.
Because I yelled at him one time. I got 2 William Bedford.
Always fascinated with
you.
William Bedford.
William Bedford, one time, he was dehydrated, and Chuck Daly didn't believe the story, and so he couldn't practice because he's dehydrated. And Chuck Daly said, "Oh, I see a lot of water over there. What do you mean he's dehydrated?" The other one was they were playing somewhere on the West Coast. It may have been Golden State. So everybody is warming up. William Bedford is launching shots from out of bounds.
So what's weird is I have that story when I ball boyed that game before and during the.
Oh, you ball boyed that game out on the West
Coast?
No.
In '87, right. The '87, I actually was a ball boy for the largest that Celtics Pistons game. That was like 53,000 or something. And before the game, him and Sally, or no, it was later on. It was the Hawks time, because that was '87. He wasn't on the team yet. So the Hawks game, this is at the Palace. Him and Sally were betting money on shooting from the corner out of bounds. Right.
That's where he was, right?
Yes, and he had 3 of 5 from there. Like, the man could play, he just couldn't get his shit together.
Right. So then he's shooting these jumpers from out of bounds, from the corner. So then I said, dude, what are you doing? He says, I'm warming up. I said, how many times are you going to take that shot in the game? And he just kind of laughed.
Kind of hard to shoot from out of bounds.
Yeah, they don't, technically,
Fade away
if you
from the
step
corner.
out of bounds, they blow the whistle and say, hey, bro, you out of bounds, the other team's ball.
Trevor Bauer used to sit at one of the foul poles and throw to the other foul pole, all warm up.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be real good, Keep your arm under 100 pitches, but let's
Get
throw to the other
loose.
foul
Long
pole.
toss, baby.
Speaking of which, let's head to a break here. Let's talk about Supreme Lending, guys. I'm talking Chad and Chris. It is home buying season. You might be looking for a new home. You might be looking for your first home, or maybe you just want to refinance into a better rate. Give them a call today. They're going to walk you through the process and get you to the best situation possible so you can have maybe a much better interest rate, much better term, maybe that 0% down payment program that you see there available. One thing is for certain, if you mention Woodward Sports, we're going to save you up to $500 off of your home appraisal. It's home buying season, so stick with the best. We're talking Supreme Lending. Give them a call. Just Chris and Chad. Give them a call today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking, and the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Hey, guys, we're having fun talking about sports.
Yeah, but you made a mistake.
I did, huh?
You just unlocked all my William Bedford stories. I got some better ones for you.
Well, I'll tell you what, we might need to call Pure Psych to get through these stories about Bedford because I know they're going to be a little wild. But I know this. It isn't easy as men to talk about this kind of real stuff like PTSD, anxiety, counseling, maybe your relationship stuff. But you got to unpack it. You got to take care of this thing up here. And we partnered with the guys to do just that, to help you with the cabeza. PurePsychMI.com, guys. They've got locations all throughout Michigan and a couple more in northern Ohio. You want to get the ball rolling, get it started today. These aren't cookie cutter guys. They're going to tailor something specifically for you to get on the road to wellness. Check them out today at PurePsychMI.com.
Yeah, we back.
Yes, we are. And please, I don't know if there's a more fascinating player to me from the Bad Boys era, outside of maybe Adrian Dantley, than one William Bedford. And I know you said during the break and during the read that you got more, so drop them on us, please.
Right. I was with Boudini. Do you know who Boudini is?
Why do I
He
know?
was the beat writer for the Free Press for the Pistons. So we took William Bedford to his rehab center. It was somewhere in Monterey or Malibu or something. So we're driving down the freeway, and he sees some cutie pies in the convertible next to us. So he starts screaming at him, hey, my name is William Bedford. I play in the NBA. So let me get your phone number. And I'm like, dude, will you stop? So this fool rolls, he's in the back seat. He rolls down the window, and these women are in a convertible, and he's trying to get their phone numbers. We're driving 60 miles an hour. So William has half his body outside the car. I said, dude, you better bring your ass in here.
6'10", 6'11", too.
6'11". I said, man, bring your ass in here. I said, I can see the story now. Two Piston player killed while 2 beat writers are driving him to his rehab center. So get your ass in the car. He wouldn't do it. He got the phone numbers. Some way, somehow, pulled him in. Said, come to the game tonight. I'll get you tickets.
Did he get him through the game?
Oh, he got him through.
Hell yeah!
How'd
they look?
They're cute, California girls. You know how it is. You know how they
Never
roll
mad
out
at
there.
California girls, man.
And then another story.
Please.
We were in Houston, and Willie B wants to borrow my car, and God tapped me on the shoulder and said, "T, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do
Cuidado.
it." God don't talk to me much, but he did that time. He said, "Don't do it." But guess what? I did it.
Oh, you did.
I gave the keys to the car. He promised he would be back by 11 p.m.
Oh, jeez. 11 a.m.
3 in the morning. I'm like, where's this motherfucker? I need my car.
Yeah.
So, like at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, there's on the door. So I open. It's William Bedford. He got my keys, and he had these 2 huge bags. He got me 3 steak dinners with onion rings. What else was in there? I think it was green beans, but there was these big old ribeye steaks.
He appreciated the car.
Oh, he did, and they were in this real good mushroom sauce. It was like a mushroom gravy. So I ended up eating steaks until like 4:35 in the morning.
You know, he's out in Omaha. You could see him on your way out to Wyoming.
I could.
Can we get William Bedford on the show, dude? I would love that. I don't know what it was about William. You know what it was? He said some stuff to me. I had one of those surfer bands back in the late 80s. That, we all wore
that
with
surprises me.
And he grabbed it. He's like, what is this? Nah. But watching him and Sally interact was really fun. I just remember the hype around him. Like, if he could put it all together, he could have been a real big man. Because he would have been one of the original stretch big men, because he could hit that outside shot.
Well, actually, the original was Bill Laimbeer.
Yes, it was. Talk to him,
Yes.
Terry. Tell him. It wasn't. What was the guy? I can't think of the guy's name. Wasn't Ala Abdelny. It was. What was the Duckworth? Kevin Duckworth.
Oh my God!
Have you ever liked beating a center as much as beating Duckworth?
I got a Kevin Duckworth story for you.
Yes, please.
Pistons are playing Portland, and this is before Game 5, and that game was an afternoon game. So as beat writers, all the NBA writers, there's people from all over the NBA. We're out hanging out till like 3 in the morning because we don't have to play. We just have to get up, write our stories. We can be half asleep. But anyway, half the Portland Trailblazers team was still in the bar when we left, and we left at like at 2:30. One of them was Kevin Duckworth.
It's a big man.
It was a big man. So it was Duckworth. It was Jerome Kersey. Is it Buck Williams?
Oh, yeah.
I forget who else.
Stole
was
that
on
Rookie
there.
of the Year from Isaiah.
Yeah. So anyway, they're still in the bar. So I thought, these dudes, they're not going to win this game.
No. And what game was this after 2?
This was before Game 5. This is the.
Oh, wow.
This is the one that
So
the
you
Pistons
out in
clinched.
Portland?
Out in Portland.
Ah.
And that was when Terry Porter, when Portland won a game at the Palace to go 1-1. Back then it was a 2-3-2 series. So the next 3 games were in Portland. So Portland,
We hadn't won since '79.
Yeah, it hadn't won in like a million years. So they go out there and there's 3 games tied 1-1. Kevin Porter says Terry Porter says, we're going back. We're going to the crib, and it ain't coming back.
That's right.
And guess what? It didn't come back.
It sure did.
They lost all 3 games out there.
Sound Kayak, not a big fan of me, but he says Bill Laimbeer is his favorite player of all time. John Sally is a close second. I don't think people understand what Bill Laimbeer meant. You know, you hear of him as a villain, but he was so skilled on the floor and what he could do mentally to the other team. Now, talking about the mental side of big men, we watch a big man melt down mentally in the playoffs this year. I want to get to the Duren talk real quick here. We heard some possible destinations. We heard that he wasn't happy, that he wants the max. We're hearing the Pistons want to be somewhere in the 30s. Does this settle around $40 million? Because now I'm starting to hear that we might get him for like 35 to 37.
I think when push comes to shove, and negotiations really don't start until the last minute. I think ultimately what the Pistons are going to think, okay, they've already said they want Duren and Cade to be their big three, part of their big three. They're going to cave and pay him $40 million. Two things are going to be in the back of the Pistons' minds. Yeah, he was shitty during the playoffs, but he was great during the regular season. So what we need him to be great in the regular season, and then we as a team, as a coaching staff, as players need to figure out how can you get this guy off during the playoffs.
Pause.
And you can do that if you have more three-point shooting. They can't collapse on him. Duren didn't turn into an awful player during the playoffs. Teams game planned against him.
That's the truth.
There was two things you could have done with the Pistons to try to negate them. A, you could have taken Cade Cunningham out of the game by trapping him and stuff, or you could collapse on Jalen Duren. The teams decided, let's take Duren out of the game. And that's what happened. So now the Pistons have a whole year to figure out how do we offset that. And one of the ways to do it is to get another player who can score. If you have let's say you had Cade Cunningham and Kawhi Leonard in the starting lineup, you're not going to collapse on Jalen Duren. He's still going to get his little alley-oop and little push-back dunks because you don't fear him as much because he's your third option.
That's right.
And so you're gonna guard the perimeter more.
And Duren just didn't have the handle developed yet, or the outside jumper, the faith in it to be able to deal with that focus that the defense has had, both in Orlando and in Cleveland. You brought up an interesting name in Kawhi Leonard. Last week we talked about some fantasy wet dreams for a Pistons offseason and free agency. Possible trade or signing of LeBron and Kyrie, or one of the two, not Kyrie, excuse me, Kawhi. Doesn't sound like Kawhi is headed to Detroit, but maybe somewhere close, B-Lad?
Yeah, they reports came out, I believe it was either late last night or early this morning, but he is looking to take his talents back to Canada.
This is the big trade it looks like here. Clippers would be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, Tracy Jackson Davis, Jonathan Mogul, as well as some draft consideration. He must like Canada.
I don't believe that report.
I don't either.
Brothers don't want to play basketball in Canada.
No, and you're not going to get a second chip there with this team.
What's wrong with
and you don't get paid as much.
That's right.
Oh, that part is true.
You get that little funny Canadian money. It doesn't spend as far.
That's true.
This really does seem like a Raptors wet dream here, because I mean, I get that you want to get him back, and he's got that not a homecoming tie, but he's won a championship there and he's embraced there. If he doesn't want to go to Detroit, I don't know why he'd want to go to Toronto. Maybe a better city, not so much anymore.
I think the Pistons, they have cap room. They're going to make a bid.
For him.
They're going to try to get him.
Now, we heard reports that said he wasn't interested in. I don't know how much truth there is to that, whether it's just truth or Twitter. I'm not sure.
It's probably true
today. Yeah.
But will it be true tomorrow?
Interesting. Well, and we're looking at these 9 faces here. This is maybe shaping up to be one of the wildest off seasons that we've ever seen. LeBron really looks like he's on the move. We're hearing rumors of Golden State. I don't want to say a reunion. It's more of a Team USA reunion
would be more of a
with
reunion
Steph Curry.
If Draymond still wanted to be there. But apparently he's a...
So he opted out of his player, which allows them to make this move. There might be some sort of promise in place for him to still be in the fold at a better salary, maybe a mid-level exception. But,
sure.
So who's on the move here, Terry? Who do you think moves?
Well, LeBron is definitely gone.
Who do you think stays, maybe I should say?
Jalen Duren.
Yeah.
Because I think ultimately the Pistons feel they have to pay him. He is a good player, and he's 22. They don't want to see Jalen Duren coming in to town at 27, 28, 20 years old or 29 years and dump 30 on them every time they play them.
Yeah.
So they're going to keep him for that reason.
I think you have to. Just what are you going to get back in return as Detroit? Still early in your ascension as being a true competitor in the league. I just don't think that you get your return value for him.
I got one for you here, Mr. NBA.
Please.
If you could there, and LeBron is a free agent, but for giggles and shits, if he was still under contract with LA, would you trade Jalen Duren for LeBron James, knowing you probably get him for 1 year?
I mean, if I take my heart
Maybe
out
two.
if I take my heart, no, I'm not, because I don't know if that he's going to be the answer to put yourself over. Plus, the fan in me, I don't want the Pistons to give him that other ring that puts him in the debate with Kobe and MJ and the others.
Even if the ring says Pistons on the side?
That's so tough for me. I don't know if he's the answer. I mean, how much are Detroit fans going to be able to stomach watching him cry and flop on the ground?
They'll put up with it because this is our guy crying and flopping. And
I just don't know that LeBron helps us win a championship. I know that sounds crazy.
Don't want him.
I know a lot. Listen, once he's here,
Malik
Duncan,
Beasley doesn't help you win a championship,
and they still
people
want
him.
That's the truth.
Right?
That's the truth. Well, hey, we want you to stick with us through the break here. We're going to come back, talk a little more hoops, talk some FIFA, maybe talk a little Tigers, and then we'll have some fun with Terry towards the end of the show here. What do you got?
I said, sell the team, but I'll tell you one thing about Massage Chair Warehouse here.
Please.
We were there for the NFL draft watch party this year, and I'll tell you what, it was the most comfortable I've ever been watching the NFL draft on my 23 years on this planet Earth. But hey, if you're looking to take your relaxation to the next level, you got to go check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest chair showroom in the Midwest. They carry top brands like Infinity Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for the massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen above my head right now. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
I love Buddy's so much, but I was so excited last week because they bought us more than just their pizza. And we know their pizza's bomb. They originated the Detroit-style deep dish. It's taking over the country, honestly taking over the world. But, man, they had some amazing wings, some amazing salad, the breadsticks, all of it. So much. Oh, yeah, the pasta, the meatballs.
Oh, the meatballs.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, you got to get some. You got to get some tonight Get some Wednesday for sure for the next U.S. men's team. They'll be taking on Bosnia. We'll talk about that. But listen, you get 20% off when you go through us. Go to buddiespizza.com. Use that Woodward 20. We're going to save you 20% off. Or you want a pizza party? Go to their catering section on their website. We will save you up to $200 off. Check them out over at buddiespizza.com, the original.
And we back.
Yes, we are. What was that, 3:30? 3:34. Michael Wary super chatting. He says, re-sign JD and go after Jalen Brown. We set with that. Listen, I almost brought it up today to get into it with you. I'm kind of saving this one for Bray tomorrow. There's some serious persecution of Jalen Brown going on in the league right now. Can you touch on that for a little bit? I don't want to go too deep into it. I think it's something that Bray wants to talk about, but this is real because all that I'm seeing ever since this whole free agency, possible trade thing with him, is these driven, obscure stats to diminish one Jalen Brown.
Yeah, sure. What's the most dangerous thing in America?
Money.
An educated black man.
Ooh, that too.
That's why he's getting it, because Jalen Brown, I mean, he could have a PhD. He's really smart. And then he's also, in Boston, man. It's rough there.
They love the brothers.
Yeah, they sure do.
They love the brothers out there.
So I think that's part of it. And he's not going to kowtow to everybody. He's not going to agree to everything. He's going to do things under his own terms, and a lot of people don't like that.
I love it.
It's supposed to be management's way or the highway.
Authenticity.
So you'd rather take the highway.
Jalen Brown guarantees authenticity.
And scoring the basket.
Listen, if these national people and these people that hate that he's representing himself the same way that they hated when Lamar Jackson did it, if they want to continue to drive down his worth and the Pistons can sneak in there and trade a bunch of draft picks, I don't know how it's not going to work financially. You got to talk to Tom Gores. Maybe he'd even end up over the second threshold. But that's a guy that I would love to have here in Detroit. The guy's tremendous. I think that he's the most intelligent athlete in the history of all professional sports. The youngest guy to ever teach at Harvard, worked for NASA. And honestly, when you see some of the stuff that's coming out recently, because there's two sides of this. There's people that are trying to destroy his value, and then there's people that see him for the real man he is in an era of fake news that's staying authentic and speaking who he is.
Yeah, I'd love to see him in Detroit.
Hell yeah.
Because when was the last time Detroit had two superstars?
Never in my lifetime, doesn't feel like.
Verlander and Scherzer? Verlander and Miggy?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a case, but that's not the Pistons, though.
Nope.
But
Stevie and Sergey?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's certainly been a minute.
Once again, not the Pistons, but that is accurate. Did you say Stevie, Sergey, Brett Hull?
I got you.
Was considered.
We had like 6 captains here at one point.
I got you. You want what? You want 2 All-Stars for the Pistons? Blake Griffin and Reggie Jackson.
Stop.
Just kidding.
There's something on the soundboard to encompass that one.
Yeah.
That was the Blake Griffin who couldn't dunk.
There it is. The Blake Griffin with no knees.
And you know what?
Post Lob City Blake.
And whenever people saw Reggie Jackson, you know what they always said?
I am the captain of the ship.
He was something else, man. He was fun to watch. Listen, our last segment, we're going to have some fun. Terry's got a question for you, and I imagine it's going to elicit some serious response. But for these next, let's say 10 minutes or so, let's break down football with our resident expert, Mr. Sweet Potato Cam.
Yes,
what happened in that Japan-Brazil game, buddy?
Very good question. The update is Brazil eliminates Japan 95th minute. Injury time.
95th minute, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
What was the final?
Adios, 2-1 Brazil.
Man.
I like when Brazil wins. It just seems that's the way it should. I know they haven't won the World Cup in a while, but because of the style that they play and
losing
all
the first round would be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it was surprising to see them down, though.
Yeah. Japan's got this new – I actually watched some stuff on Japan's new attack that they have, their offense, and it's this scheme that nobody's really seen before, and they're absolutely – it's like this constant evolution scheme that kind of worked, but didn't finish them off today. Didn't finish them
No,
out.
Brazil's a powerhouse. They should have advanced. Kudos to Japan, though, for putting up a fight, at least, getting one in the back of the net there. But it's time for them to warm up the plane.
Shout out Greg Thomas. Anson and Terry just checking in, hitting the like button. We appreciate that, brother. The rest of you guys in the chat, we need you to do that as well. We do have a watch party coming up on Wednesday for a very big game, and we are in the knockout round.
Yes, we are.
We are in the tournament. And I got to be honest with you. I've never seen a bracket laid out like this. Can we show off this awesome bracket here?
Yeah, that's
circular
sick.
bracket. So
That
we
is
are
dope.
down here playing against Bosnia-Herzegovina. And then it looks like we would play the winner of Belgium
Ghana.
and Ghana.
Dang, man.
So we've got actually a decent little road here.
Okay, that's cute. But let me ask you a question. How does the United States lose a game and then get to play 2 scrubs in the knockout round?
Some home cooking.
Point
group
differential?
Play. Yeah, group play.
They did play well, but they also, listen, this is a cakewalk. All you have to do is get through Spain, right? Which is a huge, huge difficult thing. But you can get to the quarterfinals to play Spain. Then at that point, man, it's a pretty easy thing. Like the exact same thing that the Iranians are bitching about and they have a right to be is the same thing that Terry's right on. This is home cooking.
Well, it is, but this is like being an 8th seed in the NCAA tournament and then playing Middle Tennessee and Central Michigan in your first 2 games.
I got to be honest, those the Wolverines got a real nice path this last year, Terry.
Yeah, but they were number 1 seed.
They were pretty good. Pennington Sasquatch says Belgium would kill us.
Dang.
Yeah, Belgium, Ghana, Spain.
I mean, this is.
I know Spain probably.
This
would.
is supposed to be where
be
the guys will kill you. This is a difficult matchup, but the way that they've been playing, Bosnia is going to be a difficult one.
Bosnia will be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got anybody you're pulling for that's not the red, white, and blue? Do you care?
I'm not even pulling for them.
Who are you pulling for?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I'm just watching the games.
He was rooting for Scotland when he was up in Maine.
Well, you know what? Because I met some Scottish people,
Yep.
and the one guy I met, man, his breath was like,
Dragon?
damn, it was killing me. It was
Did you
all
tell
beer.
him?
Huh?
Did you tell him?
No, because I fell on the floor. After he said, hi, I was down.
How are you, Terry?
But, he was wearing a kilt, and he had this thing in front of him. And it was. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like his crest, his family crest. And it had like little straps and little things on him. It was a purse, but they don't call it purse.
Not a fanny pack?
No, it's not a fanny pack.
It was a purse.
No, he told me the name of it, and I immediately forgot what it was. But then he opened it up and showed me he had his passport in there, can of beer.
Shout out Nick Koloff's got a dope merce.
But I need to ask someone who's Scottish, what are those things they wear? It's like a little cute thing. You wear it in front of your kilt.
Oh, yeah. I won the Men in Kilts contest, the Riff Men in Kilts.
Did you? With your little skinny legs?
Well, it wasn't the legs that won it.
Oh, okay.
3:42. Should we break, guys, or let's talk Tigers? Because I know there's a young man in the studio here. He gets 2.5 minutes. What are we giving him? What do they deserve, Terry? How many minutes do the Tigers deserve today?
60 seconds.
That's it. All right.
No.
That's
But
all you get.
you do such a wonderful job.
Give him
Let's
2.
Let's give him 15 minutes.
No, he gets 2.5.
2.5.
All right, so your Detroit Tigers go 2-2 in their last in this series against the Houston Astros. 5-5 in this last homestand, and it is a perfect encapsulation of where this team is as a whole. You have a game where you have great starting pitching, nothing else. You have a game where you have poor starting pitching, the defense picks up, bats pick up for you. You have a game where, one game where you put all 3 things together, you blow out the Astros 8-0. So what is so frustrating for me is this team, they can't find the ability to play complete baseball.
This is true. Because they're not a complete team, Gordo.
No, 1,000%.
They are not a complete team. Now, I was told a good story today by B-Lad. How are you and your old man feeling about this weekend's games?
Oh.
You guys were feeling high, right?
Yeah, dude. I gotta tell
Tigers
you
are back, right?
I gotta tell you this story. We So my dad last season told me he would only buy FanDuel Sports Network if the Tigers were the best team at the All-Star break. They were, so we bought FanDuel Sports Network.
That runs out very soon, by the way.
Yes, it does.
You got 1 year?
Yes. Well, I mean, we don't have it anymore. But
smart.
Yeah, we don't have it anymore. And it was awful. But so my dad had the game on the little 4-square box, like if you were watching NFL Red Zone, but on MLB Network on our TV at home. And he looks over at me as I walk through the door, and he goes, "Hey, Brendan, Kenley Jansen's on the mound. We lost. At the time, it was tie game. Very next pitch, 3-run homer. Kenley Jansen blows another game there, especially after the Tigers weren't playing too bad, but we lost the series because of Kenley Jansen again. And me and him had a great laugh after that, actually.
Well, not only that, but also to add extra insult to injury, it was a Saturday night, I believe. We had a all-time performance from Kaiser Montero and Emmanuel De Jesus, who came out of the bullpen, closed it down.
Yeah.
Solid. Shout out to the Venezuelans. Shout out to everybody in Venezuela as the earthquakes and that has affected a lot of families. So this was an amazing moment for I think the Venezuelans as a whole. And we also had tuned into Carlos Guillen for the I think the last couple of outs in that game. So that was a really cool moment. But of course, with the Detroit Tigers, we can't have anything because guess what? 2 days later, Emmanuel De Jesus sent back to Toledo, and Kaiser Montero back in the bullpen.
You thought we could have nice things in Detroit?
No.
Young man.
No, obviously not.
Man.
And real quick, we do have it on the graphic behind you, lovely gentlemen. The Detroit Tigers bullpen woes. The bullpen, by the way, I think is the number one thing holding this team back.
I thought they were supposed to be a strength.
Yeah, I know, right? That's, by the way, that image you see there with Will Vest, Kenley Jansen, and our guy Kyle Finnegan, that's $27 million that we have invested there. And we have 18 blown saves, the second worst in the MLB, and a 44.1 save percentage, which is the third worst in the MLB. And the Tigers are currently 7 games under 500. Scott Harris should be fired. Chris Fetter needs to be fired.
You had to put it all in one thing?
Yeah.
Well, I love that you said that who needs to be fired?
Scott Harris and Chris Fetter.
Okay, well, that's interesting because when we come back, Terry has a question for you. We'll give it to him now so they can think about it.
Let's hear
it. The Uruguay soccer team, all the soccer teams flew to America on private jets. But Uruguay didn't make the knockout round, so their country made them fly back to Uruguay commercial. So what punishment should the Tigers... We're mad at the Tigers, right?
So yeah.
I think they should make the Tigers... come back to games on Amtrak.
So we want creative punishments from you guys, and then we're going to double down. Terry wants to know 3 athletes or athletic figures,
correct,
owners,
Detroit,
GMs, coaches, bat boys, doesn't matter. Who do you want gone? And shout out to Gromit and Mark Davis in the chat. Terry, it's called a sporran.
A sporran, that was okay. All right.
And that's the... Irish, Scottish fanny pack.
Is that a man's purse? A man purse? A sprawn.
That's right. And later this week, we're at Art and Jake's for the Tigers, right?
Tomorrow.
That is true.
That is
tomorrow.
Tuesday, June 30th. We're going to be out at Art and Jake's. It's going to be Tarek Skubal versus Cam Schlittler, who is the current Cy Young favorite for the AL.
Shit and Hitler in the same name?
Schlittler.
Gotcha.
It took me a while to get that one too, so no worries. But guys, you are not going to want to miss this. We have me, we got Broder, we got our guy Nick on the desk. We got a few more people coming through, so make sure that you guys tune in. It's always a fun time at Art and Jake's
because there's multiple locations.
Sterling Heights, I believe. Okay. So you make sure that you guys pop out. We're going to have that Founders flowing. Shout out to Water Hazard, shout out to All Day IPA, and shout out to Art and Jake's.
There we go. We'll be back in a moment, guys.
Terry, could you tell us about Art and Jake? Oh,
we
did.
did.
Alrighty. See you guys here in a moment.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Over 100,000 successful procedures in over 30 years. The Yaldo Eye Center, they are the leaders in LASIK surgery here in the great state of Michigan. We're talking about an 8-minute procedure, totally painless, and by the next day you're seeing 20/20. And we partnered with them to bring you amazing savings this summer. Doesn't matter how bad your eyesight is, what your prescription might be, $16.99 per eye. LASIK surgery. Invest in your eyes, invest in yourself with the Yaldo Eye Center.
And we back.
Welcome in. Final segment, guys. We're going to have a little bit of fun. It's wonderful having you here today, Mr. Legend.
I'm happy to be here. I haven't been here for a while.
It hasn't. We got you back on Friday. He'll be on BDE in the morning with Neil. And then we get you again the week later with Sean. It'll be fun. And you guys, hey, and over a week, I think 9 days, you'll get a little bit of Maz as well with Sean in the morning. That comes up in 2 weeks. But some returning from some of our favorite faces here, some of our ambassadors. And you wanted to have some fun here in the last segment. So we're talking creative team punishments. You talked about the Uruguay soccer team. Flew a jet there, flew commercial back. How are you punishing teams? And who would you punish? That's probably the question.
I'm going to punish the Detroit Tigers.
Yes.
By putting them on an Amtrak train. Or how about this? Hello, this is Terry Foster. Is this Greyhound? Do you guys have any nonstop buses from Seattle to Detroit?
From Seattle to Detroit.
Right.
That's brutal.
You could punish them that way.
I took a Greyhound from Pittsburgh to Detroit, and it was like, it's a 4-hour drive, but it takes you 9 in a bus. I can only imagine what Seattle takes.
Probably take you 3 days.
That takes me right back to Major League.
Right.
When they're on the winning streak.
Or if the Tigers are down south, make them stay at a colored hotel. A motel,
Terry said
actually.
Terry said it, not me. Terry said it. And Sweet Potato Cam. You got anything to add on to that one or change it, please?
I just feel like both Illich teams, i.e. Red Wings, Tigers, I agree with Foss. Send them on the Amtrak. Old school. Go old school.
I like the prop plane. I'm not putting them on a bus, maybe a train, but I want to put them on the prop plane.
Second class, too.
Remember they're reading the comics up there?
Way
It's
back
like,
in code.
It's Warrant or was it Crime and Punishment? This one's right up your alley. Oh man, what a good movie. What
Way
about you,
back in
B-Lad?
coach. With the peasants.
To punish the Tigers, I mean,
Or is that who you're punishing?
oh, 100%.
Okay.
I'm punishing the Tigers because $202 million payroll, 4th in the AL Comedy Central. That's all I gotta say. We are terrible.
The Comedy Central.
AL Comedy Central.
I'm putting them on the prop plane with the lights going in and out, sticking them with some old 50s Dell comics, that's for sure.
Oh, you know what you could do for the Tigers? Not a train. Put them on those little things where you go like this on the train track. What do they call those? The little scooter things?
Oh, yeah.
What are those things called?
I don't know what they're called. But get rent like 10 of them and have the Tigers pump their way back to Detroit.
Put them all
That
on
would
a
be
tandem
hilarious,
bike.
actually.
All right, let's talk who we want gone here. I feel like everybody might have the same list in the room right now. Terry, this one's yours, so I want you to go first.
All right, here is my wish for you guys. Give me 3 Detroit sports figures that you want to broom out of town. They could be athletes, coaches, managers, owners, front office people. 3 each.
Yeah, baby.
Who do you want out?
You want me to start off with
Go
this
ahead.
one, Anson?
Sure.
You're looking over at me. This is my list. I have A, Chris Ilitch. See ya, kid. Red Wings, Tigers, just not cutting it. And you would think you'd be doing a little bit more with your family situation, or with what your family has tried to do in the past. But I can just tell all you care about is them ticket sales, brother. Number 2, Sheila Ford.
Oh,
And
now you want Sheila?
Oh,
you want Sheila gone?
Oh, yes, I do. Listen, and here's the reason why. It shouldn't cost $700 to sit in the nosebleeds at Ford Field when your team isn't even that good.
Though? You're just giving it back to the board.
It's her whole team. She doesn't even run the team.
Okay, so you don't like the owners in town. Who's number 3 for you?
Number 3, and this is the only reason why, is because I want a better, I guess you could say, pathway for the specific team. But Tarek Skubal, I love you. You've done great for the team, won all these awards, have done amazing things, but we need to get rid of you so we can have a light at the end of the tunnel at the end of the day, because we have 0 pitching prospects in our top 10 of our farm system. Yet we do have a lot of young talent kind of roaming around the pitching staff right now, which is always good, but we can always add on to that as well.
You'd rather trade him than re-sign him?
At this point, yes, I would. Yeah, I was going to say, I think his price tag's way too high at this rate.
Just being devil's advocate. Devil's advocate.
Well, let me see. Skubal has had surgery this year.
He has had surgery this year.
He was grabbing his penis the other day.
Oh, yes, he was.
That was
He was grabbing.
He's got a good groin.
1,000%. He on his follow through. He came back and just kind of gave himself a little cup check. So
all right, but
we got to adjust.
Everything
times,
comes in threes. Something else is going to happen to him too.
Listen, the torque
don't
that
put that on him, Terry.
The torque he puts on the ball, guys. I don't know how he doesn't end up with a second Tommy John. I hope that it's in another.
Oh, so you predicted another was happening?
I said at the beginning of the season, are you going to triple down your Cy Young? Most definitely not. And the likelihood of you getting injured, it's pretty high. The way that he throws the ball, they've already predicted that he will have a second Tommy John. Whether it comes now or in 3 years, who knows? But
3 years when he's 32, 33 years old. You know, the older you get, the more things mess up.
I've found that to be true, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
I have found that to be true.
Living through it.
Sound Kayak says Ilitch, and I bet he wants Ilitch as that third one. What about you?
I didn't like this individual once Stevie brought him in. I feel like this dude right off the coattails is a Banajad and Breadman on the power play. I want to say adios to Andrew Kopp. Inflated contract. I didn't like him when he first got here. Still don't like him. Doesn't produce. Although it kind of hurts, though, that Larkin wants out and we're going to be in desperate need of centers.
Yeah, well, he's your 1C now. So
right.
Enjoy.
Next is going to be Karis LeVert.
Karis was so good. You guys just hate him for no reason.
In the postseason.
You hate him for no reason.
He was good in the postseason. Now, there was a running joke. My shout out to my neighbor, Hen Dog, and he would always ask me, who's going to be the player of the game, Cam? Who's the player? He always chose.
Does Hen Dog hate Hennessy?
Karis LeVert.
Does he hate Hennessy?
He is off the sauce, actually.
But
Hen Dog is off the sauce.
Did he originally get it from Hennessy?
No, that's just a natural street
his name
nickname. Henry.
Okay.
Henry, shout out my neighbor, Hen Dog.
Who else you got?
Karis LeVert. He made a bucket during the playoffs.
Yeah, he was good as hell in the playoffs.
Well, so the playoffs, sure. Yeah, the playoffs.
Bucket.
I told you all he'd win one game, and he did, and then and then somebody tried to lose it at the end, and they did.
Then we're going to go back to the Red Wings here. I can't stand this guy either. He plays so undersized for a 27-year-old, 6'6", 220 pounds. Man, get up out of here, Rasmussen. No one wants you here. He reminds me of Anthony Mantha, just washed up. He's so big. He should be flexing out there. He does maybe 3 times a season, but come on, dude. Where's your force?
There you go.
A bum.
And?
That's what I got.
Is that all 3?
That's
all right, Gordo, hop in there. I know you're chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Real quick, I'll keep this short and simple. Number 3 is Framber Valdez. I haven't seen a worse mentality of an athlete that's come to this city in a long time.
You're fired up today.
This guy gets a couple of guys on base, and he's like a little baby out on the mound. He throws a temper tantrum. He starts tipping his pitches. He gets so pissed off at, one time in his career, he crossed up his own catcher. We've seen it time and time again. As soon as he gets a little bit of traffic, he loses it. He loses control of his pitches. He can't, rein it in. And he also basically provides nothing defensively. He's not a good defensive, he's not a pitcher that plays the field well. So I don't want him here, and I am pissed at our front office for making that decision. And number 2, the guy that I'm pissed at about making that decision, Scott Harris. What the hell are you doing? You may be a good scout. You got some good draft guys. You're a good scout. You got to go. You're not a good GM. And number 1, it's the guy that employs them both in Chris Ilitch. Lil Chris knocking over them trash cans.
Chris.
And also, hey, what's up with the District Detroit, bro? You got a lot of work to do. Start building, asshole.
Contraband Cartier, Scooble, Duren, and Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes on the list. Wild.
Brad Holmes. And you thought I was crazy.
Tripsy Gypsy, Larkin, Raymond, and Ilitch. Now, I'm gonna agree there because Ilitch has to go.
Yes,
he is so the opposite of his father and his father's commitment to winning here in town, and it's become quite clear he needs to go.
Yep.
Dylan Larkin, you don't want to be a Detroiter, and get the fuck out.
Yep. See ya.
Bye-bye.
See you.
And then Enos Jenkins, bro. Time to get traded. Go find your D elsewhere, my young man. It's a fun story, and I hope it's fun somewhere else. Terry, drop your 3 on us.
Chris Ilitch. Chris Ilitch is not serious about winning.
Facts.
If it's time to put the final piece, let's say the Tigers get to the AL Championship Series, and you need one bat or one anything to go over the top, and it's going to cost you $40 million, he ain't doing it.
Correct.
So he needs to go. Hey, B. Tarek Skubal. They're not going to pay him long term. The best thing to do, and the Tigers are not making the playoffs, and if they do, they're going to get swept in the first round.
That's right.
So who the hell cares? Get something that's going to make your team better.
Sell.
And Tarek Skubal, whoever signs him, is going to be paying him for what he did and not what he's about to do.
Correct.
He had surgery this year. His dick was hurting this year. All kinds of stuff was happening. So it's time for him to go.
Tip.
And and Dylan Larkin don't want to be here. See ya.
See ya. I had Scooble on my list.
Oh, the Lions cut Terrion Arnold.
Huh?
The Lions just released Terrion Arnold.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Just now.
So let's hang out for 5 minutes here, guys, and talk about the impact of this.
Wow.
So Terrion released.
Yes,
right?
released.
Now, I told you guys, this is not the culture of the Detroit Lions. All right, this does not fit. We've seen guys like Isaiah Buggs and others get taken out of starting, getting taken out of the lineup, not getting playing time, and people wondering, hey, this guy's been good. Where is he? Why are we not playing him? So Terrion Arnold at this point fits right in that. They don't care whether he is guilty or innocent. He is not part of this culture anymore.
You know what? They finally got a chance to make a decision on him. I think the Lions have said, you know what? This dude is too handsy. Now we got this trial to let us off the hook. We're going to be able to tell everybody, oh, we're all about the culture and we're about grit. And they're going to feed us with a bunch of bullshit for the next few days. And we're going to feel good about the Lions. We're going to say, damn, the Lions made a decision on one of their starters, and they stand by themselves. They stand by culture. They stand by all this. Damn, I love the Lions. But the bottom line is they probably had some meetings, and Brad Holmes and company said, you know what? He's too handsy. It's not going to change. He's not going to be a plus player for you. See you, Terrion.
Yep.
If you're just joining us now, we are going a little extra as the breaking news just hit. Terrion Arnold has been released by the Detroit Lions. That's on the heels of the news this morning that he bonded out for $1 million. They also mentioned that he was not being monitored, which allowed him to play and practice in the NFL. But that will not be in Honolulu blue, as again, the Detroit Lions have waived him. B-Lad, this one seems like it catches you off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect it, especially after all the news that we got received today about, him not being on, didn't have an ankle monitor. He had a potential to come back after he paid his bond to training camp and stuff like this. I think Dan Campbell and the Lions are kind of going back from what they did before. Because I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but before they were completely like, oh, we had no idea, and he said he was good, and this, and that. We have no really, we don't have an idea on this like that. I just don't think they want to get caught in the line of fire. I don't think they want to take a lot of the heat. They're just trying to leave the situation alone. He can deal with it. Whoever wants to pick him up, so be it. And let's be completely real. He was never really available for us. And when he wasn't that good. So, it caught me off guard definitely seeing him release. This is going to be his third year in the league. It was a big prove-it year. But with all the stuff going on in his personal life that he decided to get into on his own, the Lions just don't want to be a part of it, and they want to move on. That way he can figure out everything that he's got going on for himself. And, yeah, like I said, too, he wasn't really that good for us. So.
Question for the room. If Terrion Arnold signs with the Chicago Bears, who I'm sure you all hate, would you go, oh, shit, or
no?
Gotcha.
Have him.
Good luck.
Yep.
Have him.
Like I told one of my boys, he's a Minnesota Vikings fan. He sent me the initial post, obviously, because he likes to run his mouth a lot. He sent me the initial post. He goes, well, another Lions player gets arrested. I'm like, well, dude, he wasn't really that good anyway. So.
Well, and a lot of people in the chat, they're going back and forth. A lot of people say it's dumb to release a horrible player, says NZA. Duncan Stewart, we carry.
Oh, that's the Knicks fan, NZA.
Well, he's not wrong either. Yeah. Steve Wild, big cap hit. You mentioned this last week. What is the cap hit on this one, B-Lad?
So, if I remember correctly, I think the Lions suffered roughly like $6 to $9 million in dead cap. I believe he was set to make around five this season, but like I said, in 2 years we were going to have to either extend him or do something like that. But if I'm not mistaken, I wish I would have the graphic in front of me like we did the other day. We ended up not using it, but yeah, it was like roughly between $6 to $9 million in dead cap space.
So the reason he will play in the league is somebody's going to say, I can work with that.
Does it happen this year?
Yes, he would play in the league this
year.
You
think somebody scoops him off waivers?
Yeah, unless he's in jail, of course.
Yeah, and we don't have information on whether he can leave the state of Florida. A couple people are talking about if he's down in Florida and he's held up down there, how the hell can he come and practice for you? Contraband Cartier, he thinks he is the main character. I think when you saw that smile on his face, I'll be honest with you, that smile on his face kind of bothered me. My man has a great smile, but you want to see a contrite, humble guy who just got a reprieve, not guilty,
right?
But you get a reprieve, you get to go home. I don't know. I don't think that was the straw that made them cut him.
Think about it. You don't have to spend the next few months or whatever in jail. You don't have to put on the orange suit and come in the courtroom every day with your hands tied behind you. I'd be smiling too.
Yeah,
because I get to go home.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't know, man.
Big situation, though.
He thinks he is the main character, that Contraband Cartier. NZA, I'm famous. All peasants are made famous in here, my friend. Listen, guys, we're way over here. We just wanted to cue you in on what's going on. You know what's about to happen in 50 minutes. Spenny and Easy, the heavyweights, will be here.
They're gonna cook.
They are going to absolutely burn the house down. They'll be cooking on this. Terrion Arnold has been released from the Detroit Lions. So please stick around with us. Be here at 5 for the heavyweights. It's going to be a barn burner. On behalf of Sweet Potato Cam, my guy Gordon, B-Lad, and the legendary Foster.
Thanks for inviting me.
Always an honor to be on the desk with you, my friend. I'm Anson Wells. We'll get Braylon back tomorrow. Until then, make sure you're here at 5 for the heavyweights.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media. And we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.